Project Lifesaver was implemented in 2002 at the Lynchburg Sheriff's Office. We wanted to offer this to the citizens of Lynchburg to give the caregivers and family members peace of mind that their loved one can be found quickly.
Well, I was a police officer in Chesapeake, Virginia for 33 years. One of my jobs was commanding officer of special operations, which was SWAT and search and rescue. We were having a lot of recurring searches for Alzheimer's patients that had wandered, and frankly, we weren't doing a very good job of finding them. And I really was getting a little tired and disheartened about having to tell families that we were discontinuing the search, or worse, that we had found them. However,
Project Lifesaver, number one, is a tool to help public safety personnel locate people that have a condition that would cause them to wander. It's not just equipment. That's the big thing. We're not just a vendor or something. We're a program.
We have had 92 successful searches. It's a great feeling. It's a great peace of mind for families and citizens of Lynchburg. We enjoy getting to know the families and building rapport with them. So it really hits home when one wanders. I mean, you know more about them. You have a bond with the family and the child or the adult.
My fervent hope was to be able to find something that would help us in making these searches more successful. Came across some information about wildlife tracking. And the thought occurred to me, if we can do this with wildlife, why can't we do it with people? So I was able to contact a company, get them to work with me, and develop a transmitter that could be put on a person's arm. And that was the start of Project Lifesaver.
Our passion, our desire, we think Project Lifesaver, the Lynchburg Project Lifesaver program, is our premier community service program here in the city of Lynchburg. We provide it now at no cost to those that cannot afford it through an annual fundraiser. And so, but again, the goal behind that is when we bring that individual back home safely, and historically with our 92 all within 30 minutes or less. The emotion that we feel, the satisfaction that we have done our job and done it well with the assistance of this technology, you can't put a price on that, because someone's life, someone's loved one is brought home, and it makes a difference.
I tell people, when you work for Project Lifesaver International, it's not a job, it's a way of life, and you adapt yourself to it.
I'm not getting a signal. We're gonna have to call in the drone.
I used to describe it, and still do, as when you're searching for somebody and you don't have anything like this to help you, you are actually doing a swag search. And people say, well, what's a swag? I said, it's a scientific wild-ass guess.
Before Project Lifesaver, you didn't have any resources but individuals.
When we first started the program, I mean, it was very bare basics. You know, we had the receiver, we had the transmitter, and they were pretty bare. I mean, it was just, something that had never been done before, so we were doing what we could with what we had.
Then you had tracking equipment that could assist with you, assist with the search, narrow it down, make it a little faster, give that extra peace of mind to caregivers.
Of course, when Project Lifesaver came to Lynchburg Sheriff's Office, and we had basic receivers that we used. In fact, our first rescue, we used those receivers and saved a 92-year-old lady that had wandered from a nursing home. And using that equipment, she was located in 8 minutes, and she would not have made it until morning. It was in December, and all she had on was a house coat.
I kept feeling, well, we need to be stepping ahead. We need to improve all the time. We need to make it easier for the agencies, easier for the people, give them more that they can work with.
Then you're actually able to extend that through air searches, which was wonderful. But the availability of getting a helicopter in a timely manner and getting someone available to fly the helicopter, you're having to depend on other people and other departments and other resources.
Helicopters are great. I love them. However, they're expensive. And when you need them, sometimes you can't get them. Maintenance issues, weather issues, crew issues. And even if you can get it, you're 30 to 45 minutes and sometimes an hour away from it arriving on scene.
Where with the drone, if you had that, you could just implement the search right there. You don't have to depend on getting an outside agency to come in and start your search.
Here's something you can have in the trunk of the car. And it gives you what a helicopter would give you, and it gives it to you much quicker, much cheaper.
I was on a search and rescue at one point, and the individual, he had autism, and he had wandered and he had actually gone on his bicycle. So we do not know how far he had gotten at that point. We weren't getting a signal from his last known location. So of course we had to spread out our perimeter. But we live in a very hilly city. There's tons of hills, low dips, creeks, and he had actually gotten along a creek line and was just gunning it. I mean, he had gotten miles from home quickly. I mean, he was a young boy. So with having just the ground units, it made it difficult.
The average Alzheimer's search lasts 9 hours. The average cost is $1,500 an hour. You factor that into, you can search with this equipment and in 30 minutes find this person. This program has already paid for itself, and much cheaper than you would have by launching this massive search.
Lynchburg Project Lifesaver, Project Lifesaver International delivers exactly what it says.
You know, Project Lifesaver is just wonderful, and it gives that extra peace of mind to the family members.
I've made the statement that if it was just one person that we were able to go out and bring home safely, this program would be worth it.
I think a lot of people don't realize how big this problem is. And if you don't think it's a big problem, pick up a newspaper. Go on Facebook and look at all the searches for people that have wandered off and not been found. And listen, we've gotten after action reports where it was plainly stated, had it not been for Project Lifesaver, we would not have found this person for different reasons. You know, I think it's simple. If we had a funding source, we could do it for everybody.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Rogers. Are you doing okay? Yeah. Are you okay? Your mama's worried about you. Did you wander away? Came to look at locks? Okay. Well, we need to take you back to your mom so she's not so worried, okay? I'm glad you're okay.
Roger. Subject located.